After a year of self-destructive scandal, it seemed like the door for Greenwood's return to Manchester United had closed. However, recent reports from European football media suggest that coach Erik Ten Hag has affirmed his place in the future lineup of the Red Devils. This statement by Erik Ten Hag will undoubtedly invite strong criticism from major media outlets across the UK, especially those with a tendency to advocate for women's rights. The intense reactions can be understood given the impact of Greenwood's actions towards his girlfriend Harriet Robson, which garnered significant public scrutiny and condemnation. Thus, retaining Greenwood could become a negative example in the movement to protect women's rights and potentially hinder the progress of the women's football team, established just 5 years ago at the end of the 2017-28. So, why did Manchester United decide to defy all odds and keep Greenwood? This is indeed an interesting question. However, the answer may lie in his potential and talent. At 21 years old, Greenwood is a young talent with excellent scoring abilities. His agility and ball control have attracted the attention of Erik Ten Hag and the Manchester United management. While there are still many issues to address, keeping Greenwood could be a way for the team to harness his young talent and assist in his development. Nevertheless, Manchester United will face pressure and criticism from public opinion if this decision does not succeed. Here are the answers to all of the above questions. Despite facing numerous controversies, Greenwood has managed to win the trust of coach Erik Ten Hag. For avid Premier League enthusiasts, the renowned Carrington Training Centre of Manchester United immediately comes to mind when discussing top-notch football academies in England. This training ground has produced an unbeatable generation known as the Class of '92, who achieved tremendous success alongside Manchester United, including winning the treble. Although Carrington's productivity has declined over time, it continues to nurture talents that contribute not only to the Red Devils but also to other European clubs. Examples include Paul Pogba, who reached the UEFA Champions League final with Juventus in the 2014-2015 season, and Marcus Rashford, who helped Manchester United lift the UEFA Europa League trophy in the 2016-2017 season, the club's first European title in 9 years since the 2007-2008 season. More recent names include Scott McTominay, Anthony Elanga, Zidane Iqbal, and Axel Tuanzebe. Similarly, Mason Greenwood embodies these characteristics. He was born and raised in England, growing up within Manchester United's Carrington Academy since his youth days. He epitomizes the concept of a true homegrown player, according to the traditional definition in English football. However, unlike his counterparts of the same generation, Mason Greenwood showcased his talent from the early days of his career, quickly becoming one of the key players under the guidance of manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in the late 2018-2019 season and the start of the 2019-2020 season. With such attributes, Mason Greenwood undoubtedly represents a true symbol for Manchester United, an outstanding local player, and a rare talent in English football today, developed and nurtured at one of England's top training centres. With a player of his caliber, Manchester United can maintain its position in the hearts of English football fans. Moreover, in the upcoming season or even at the forthcoming 2024 Euros, Mason Greenwood has the potential to successfully cleanse the stains of the past, just like the legendary Paolo Rossi of Italy did in the 1982 World Cup, leaving an indelible mark in football history. Economic cause. Although the Qatar owners are preparing to take over Manchester United and negotiations are in their final stages, it is unlikely that the upcoming season will allow Manchester United to freely spend money as they please, particularly since the organizers of the Premier League have set a spending limit for the club. Therefore, Manchester United will have to be extremely thrifty in the coming season, with their transfer targets from the previous season having already moved to the clubs they desired, like McAllister to Liverpool or Jude Bellingham to Real Madrid. It will be challenging for Manchester United to find a suitable replacement in the attacking position, except for the possibility of Mason Mount potentially joining Manchester United in the next season. Given these reasons, Manchester United will undoubtedly need a player with skill and a readiness to shine in the upcoming season. Although Mason Greenwood has not fully regained his personal form due to an extended period on the sidelines, he is the most suitable candidate for the current situation. As a talented forward already at Manchester United, it will only take him a short time to readapt to the feeling of playing on the field. The intentions of coach Erik Ten Hag in deciding to continue playing Mason Greenwood are evident, even if it may subject Manchester United to significant public scrutiny. What matters is achieving positive outcomes, having a skilled player who can help Manchester United achieve good results on the field, rather than a player with an impressive CV but lacks effectiveness in gameplay. As a South Korean politician might say, whether a cat is white or black, as long as it catches mice, it will be considered valuable. Another advantage that Manchester United could gain by keeping Mason Greenwood in the team is having a perfect substitute for Marcus Rashford, who was overloaded in the previous season. He played in 35 Premier League matches this season, with only 3 of them as a substitute. With Greenwood in the squad, Marcus Rashford can have peace of mind and take a break in case he becomes fatigued or unable to perform at 100% capacity. This will help him avoid unexpected injuries and keep him sidelined for several months. Tactical cause. Mason Greenwood is one of the best finishers I have ever seen or worked with. He is a composed player who knows exactly where to place his shots, whether it's during training sessions or in his backyard. These affirmations come from none other than manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and they are among the reasons why Mason Greenwood is being retained in the squad by coach Erik Ten Hag. And rightly so, as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer remarked, finishing is one of Mason Greenwood's greatest strengths, to the extent that his name immediately springs to mind when discussing clinical finishing. Not only is he a lethal finisher, but he does it consistently. In summary, he is a complete forward at Manchester United and in the Premier League as a whole. Greenwood possesses a unique characteristic that other forwards lack, which is his ability to make runs and isolate opposing defenders in one-on-one situations, especially on the right flank, his preferred area. First, he performs a quick change of direction from his left foot to his right, and then he unleashes a lightning-quick and powerful shot that leaves opponents bewildered. According to recent statistics from Greenwood's previous seasons, he has scored 10 goals, surpassing the expected goal ratio of 3.6. These figures demonstrate the excellence and effectiveness of the English forward in the final third of Manchester United's pitch. With such numbers and good scoring ability, Mason Greenwood will no doubt become one of the most important names for Manchester United next season, a name that promises to help the Red Devils return position of a big man, especially in the Champions League arena, where the red half of Manchester has officially returned after diving in the Europa League last season.